Love English podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Love English Podcast, your daily dose of English conversation. I'm Emma.
And I'm Leo. Hello, everyone. Emma, today I want to get straight to the point. I'm tired of feeling stuck. I'm tired of feeling like my progress is slow. I want to talk about strategy. I see so many videos and ads online that promise to teach English fast. There are 100 different apps, 1,000 different methods. I want to know the secret. What is the single most effective, most efficient, fastest way to learn English?
The million-dollar question. I love your directness and your energy, Leo. And you're right, it's an incredibly important topic. Everyone wants to know the secret or the hack because nobody wants to waste their time. The good news is there is a way to learn much faster and more effectively. The bad news is it's not the magic trick that those advertisements promise.
I was afraid you would say that. It's always the answer. So there's no secret app or special book that will magically make me fluent in a few months?
No, because those things are just tools. A hammer is a great tool, but it can't build a house by itself. You need a plan, a blueprint. The fastest learners don't have a secret tool, they have a secret system. They understand that effective learning is like a strong, three-legged stool. If you only have one leg or even two legs, the stool will be unstable and fall over. But if you have all three legs, it is incredibly strong. You can sit on it, you can stand on it, you can build on top of it.
A three-legged stool. I like that metaphor. It sounds very stable and balanced. So what are these three essential legs of fast and effective English learning?
The three legs are, number 1, massive comprehensible input. Number 2, active deliberate practice. And number 3, consistent immediate feedback. If you can build a daily habit that includes all three of these components, I absolutely promise you, you will be on the fastest possible path to fluency for you.
Okay, those sound very technical and a little intimidating. Let's break them down one by one. Can we start with the first leg? What on earth is massive comprehensible input?
Let's start with the word input. Input is simply any English that you listen to or read. It's all the language that is coming into your brain. Massive simply means you need a lot of it. The more you expose your brain to English, the better. But the most important and most misunderstood word here is comprehensible. Comprehensible means you can understand the main idea of what you are hearing or reading without too much stress.
Okay, so understandable input. But how much do I need to understand for it to be comprehensible? 50%? 70%?
That's a great clarifying question. A good rule is that you should understand about 90 to 95% of what you are listening to or reading. You don't have to know every single word, but you should be able to follow the story, the conversation, or the main idea easily and comfortably. If you find yourself constantly pausing, feeling lost, or needing to look up every third word in the dictionary, then the material is too difficult for you right now. It is not comprehensible.
I have definitely made this mistake. Last month, I tried to watch a big Hollywood movie, a very serious drama with complex dialogue without any subtitles. I thought, this is immersion. This is how I'll learn fast. I was completely lost after 5 minutes. I didn't understand what was happening. I just felt frustrated and stupid.
You are not stupid. You just chose the wrong tool for your current level. That movie was not comprehensible input. It's like you decided to get in shape, so you walked into a gym for the first time and tried to lift a 200-kilogram weight. You can't do it. You will only hurt yourself and lose motivation. You need to start with a weight that is just right for you. one that is a small challenge, but that you can actually lift.
So where do I find these comprehensible weights? What does comprehensible input look like for a beginner like me?
It's everywhere. You just need to know where to look. A perfect example is a podcast that is specifically designed for learners, like ours. We speak more slowly, use simpler vocabulary, and talk about everyday topics. This is a perfect weight for a beginner. Another great resource is graded readers. These are books from classics to modern stories that have been rewritten for different English levels. You can start with a level 1 book and feel the amazing success of reading a whole book in English.
What about videos? I like watching things.
Absolutely. Children's TV shows and cartoons are fantastic. The language is simple, repetitive, and you have the pictures to help you understand the context. There are also many wonderful YouTube channels created by English teachers specifically for beginners. The key is to find material that makes you feel successful and relaxed, not stressed and confused. The goal of this leg of the stool is to build your foundation. You are getting your brain used to the sounds, the rhythm, and the common patterns of English in a low-stress, enjoyable way.
Okay, so the first step to learning fast is to slow down and consume a lot of easy, understandable English. That sounds counterintuitive, but it makes a lot of sense. So my main job for this part is to just listen and read a lot.
Exactly. Fill your life with it. Listen while you're driving, while you're washing dishes, while you're going for a walk. This is how you build your vocabulary and your intuition for what sounds right in English. This is your foundation. But a foundation is not a house. This brings us to the very important second leg of the stool.
I'm ready. I have my foundation of input. What is leg number 2?
Leg number 2 is active, deliberate practice. If input is the language going in, then practice is the language coming out. This is the doing part. It is the most crucial step for turning passive knowledge into an active skill. You cannot learn to swim just by reading books about swimming. At some point, you have to get in the water and move your arms and legs. You cannot learn to speak English just by listening. You have to speak.
This is the part that always feels the most difficult and scary for me. What does active practice really look like?
It can take many forms, and you can choose what works for you. The most obvious and important one is speaking. You can find a language partner on an app or website. You can find a tutor. But you can also practice effectively all by yourself.
By myself? Do you mean talking to myself? Doesn't that feel a bit crazy?
It might feel crazy for the first 2 minutes, but it is one of the most powerful techniques there is. You can narrate your life. As you are making coffee, you can say out loud, I am walking to the kitchen. I am getting a cup. I am pouring the coffee. This forces your brain to actively search and retrieve words in real time. It builds the neural pathways for speaking. Another way is to answer questions. Look up a list of simple conversation questions online, like, what did you do yesterday? And answer it out loud.
Okay, I can try that when I'm alone in my car. What about writing? Is that also active practice?
Writing is a fantastic form of active practice. It's like speaking, but slower. It gives you more time to think and find the right words. You can keep a simple daily journal. At the end of the day, write just 3 sentences in English. Today was a good day. I went to work and I had a delicious lunch. I'm tired now. It's simple, but you are actively producing the language. You are creating, not just consuming.
So leg 1 is input, getting all the information. Leg 2 is output, actively using the information by speaking and writing. This stool feels pretty strong already with these 2 legs. Why do I need a third one?
You need a third one because without it, you might be building your house with crooked walls. The third leg is the one most self-learners miss, and it is the leg that accelerates your progress the most. It is consistent, immediate feedback.
Feedback. You mean someone correcting my mistakes. I have to admit, I hate that. It makes me feel embarrassed and it breaks the flow of the conversation.
I understand that feeling completely. Nobody enjoys being corrected, but we need to radically change our mindset about feedback. Feedback is not criticism. Feedback is not an attack. Feedback is a gift. It is a map that shows you exactly where you are and how to get to where you want to go. If you are practicing, but you don't know what you're doing wrong, you will just practice the same mistakes over and over again. You will get very good at making those mistakes.
That is a scary thought. I might be practicing the wrong pronunciation of a word every day and not even know it. So where do I get this magical feedback, especially if I don't have a teacher?
There are many ways. If you have a language partner, you can ask them at the beginning, I really want to improve. Would you mind correcting some of my biggest mistakes? A good partner will be happy to help. You can also use technology. There are apps that use voice recognition to check your pronunciation. When you write your journal, you can type it into a free grammar checker that will highlight your mistakes.
What about giving myself feedback? Is that possible?
Yes, and it's a very powerful method. Record yourself speaking on your phone, just for 1 minute. Then listen back to the recording. I know it can be uncomfortable to hear your own voice, but you will be amazed at the small mistakes you can notice yourself. You'll hear a verb tense you missed or a word you mispronounced. This act of noticing is the first and most important step to improvement.
A gift, a map, a mirror. You are really changing how I see feedback. It's not a judgment on my ability, it's just useful data.
That is the mindset of a fast learner. So now, do you see the complete stool? Imagine you only do input. You will understand a lot, but you won't be able to speak. The stool falls over. Imagine you only try to speak without any input. You will run out of things to say and you will keep making the same mistakes. The stool falls over. But when you combine all three,
Massive comprehensible input, active deliberate practice, and immediate feedback.
when you combine all three into a daily routine, you create a powerful learning engine. Let me give you an example of a perfect 30-minute learning session. You spend 15 minutes listening to a podcast, like this one. That's your input. Then you spend 10 minutes writing a few sentences in your journal, trying to use a new word or phrase you just heard. That's your active practice. Finally, you spend 5 minutes typing your journal entry into a grammar checker to see what you can improve. That's your feedback. Do you see the cycle?
I do. It's a complete balanced workout for my English brain. It's not one thing, it's a system of 3 things working together.
It is the system. So the next time you are studying, ask yourself, am I building one of the 3 legs of my stool right now? If the answer is yes, then you are on the fastest path. You are not wasting a single minute of your precious time.
This is the clearest explanation I have ever heard. I feel like I have a real blueprint now, not just a random collection of activities. I have a system I can trust.
And that system, when you turn it into a consistent daily habit, is the real, honest secret to learning English as fast as you possibly can.
Thanks for listening to Love English Podcast. Remember, every minute you spend learning English is an investment in your future. Keep learning and see you in the next episode.